The Girl I Was. Summary by Jeneva. The Girl I Was blends time travel, humor, emotional depth, and self-reflection to tell the story of Alexis Spencer, a 30-something woman stuck in a cycle of disappointment. After losing both her job and her boyfriend on the same day, a drunken night leads her to wake up in 2002 face-to-face with her younger, brasher, and more reckless 18-year-old self, Lexi. The result is a journey of self-confrontation, second chances, and the realization that real change doesn't come from rewriting the past but from understanding it. Part 1. The Present Collapse 1. Stuck in neutral when we first meet Alexis Spencer, she's not exactly living her dream life. Her job is unfulfilling, her romantic relationship with her boyfriend Matt is tepid at best, and her social life is practically non-existent. She clings to inspirational quotes like, "If at first you don't succeed, try again, and whatever will be, will be." But they're more of a shield than a genuine source of motivation. Alexis is burdened by college debt that hasn't budged in over a decade. Her ambitions from her youth have withered into survival-level functioning. She tells herself that circumstances, bad luck, and timing are the problem, not her own choices point to. The double blow, her already shaky world collapses in a single afternoon. First, she's abruptly fired from her marketing job after a botched client pitch. Minutes later, she learns that Matt has been cheating on her and ends the relationship. Alexis's denial crumbles. She's humiliated and furious, but mostly numb. That night, she rummages through her apartment, looking for some kind of comfort, and finds an old bottle of vodka from her college days. One drink leads to several. She lets bitterness fuel her drinking, mumbling to herself about her stupid younger self who should have tried harder and made better decisions. She passes out, certain she'll wake up to another miserable morning. Part 2. The Shift to 20023. Waking up somewhere else when Alexis opens her eyes. Nothing feels right. The bed isn't hers. The posters on the wall scream early 2000s pop culture, Britney Spears, The Lord of the Rings, and Friends still on NBC. She stumbles outside and quickly realizes she's not in her current city, she's in her old college town. The year? 2002. For the first encounter with Lexi, convinced she's either hallucinating or in a coma dream, Alexis goes to her old dorm. She's stunned when she comes face-to-face with Lexi, her 18-year-old self. Lexi is everything Alexis remembers and cringes about. Bold, flirtatious, impulsive, and reckless. Lexi wears low-rise jeans, lip gloss, and confidence like armor. Alexis is initially horrified at Lexi's bad habits, chain-drinking energy drinks, skipping class, questionable dating choices. Horrified at her own memories, because she now sees them from the outside. Point 5. Setting the rules. Once Alexis accepts that this isn't a dream, or at least not a short one, she decides this is her chance to fix everything. She wants to steer Lexi toward better decisions. Study harder, avoid toxic friendships, don't blow money on useless things, and maybe even pick a better major. But Lexi resists fiercely. She thinks Alexis is a judgmental buzzkill who's forgotten how to live. Lexi believes in living for the moment, not obsessing about a distant future. Part 3. The Clash of Selves 6. Culture shock and comic moments. Adjusting to life in the early 2000s is an odd mix of nostalgia and frustration for Alexis. She's amused by the fashion, the music, Nelly, Destiny's Child, Blink-182, and the lack of smartphones. She struggles without GPS, online banking, or instant streaming. The internet is slow, IM chat is still a thing, and social media barely exists. This part of the story delivers humor and 2000s throwbacks, but also underscores how Alexis's adult life was shaped by this era. 4. Better and Worse. Point 7. Lessons that don't stick. Alexis tries to give Lexi financial advice, relationship warnings, and career tips. But Lexi calls her out. Alexis, in the present, is still broke, single, and unhappy. So why should Lexi listen to her? This forces Alexis to see that her current failures aren't just the result of a few bad youthful choices. They've been compounded by years of fear, procrastination, and playing it safe. 8 breaking points. The tension between them boils over in emotional confrontation. Alexis accuses Lexi of being careless and selfish. Lexi fires back that Alexis has become bitter, risk-averse, and passionless. This scene becomes a turning point. Alexis realizes she didn't just lose her youthful potential, she lost her courage somewhere along the way. Part 4, the Transformation 9. Working together reluctantly, Alexis and Lexi decide to collaborate. Alexis softens her approach, focusing on small, realistic changes instead of trying to overhaul everything. Lexi, in turn, starts listening, just a little. She cuts ties with one particularly toxic friend and applies for an internship Alexis suggests. The relationship becomes less adversarial and more like a sisterly mentorship. Alexis even starts enjoying being young again, dancing at parties, laughing more freely, and reconnecting with a sense of adventure. Point 10. Revisiting old wounds. Alexis is confronted with moments from her past she had either idealized or buried. She sees the real reasons some friendships ended and why certain dreams fell apart. This new perspective gives her a deeper compassion for her younger self, not as a failure, but as a girl doing her best with what she knows. Part 5, Returning Home 11. The goodbyes. Alexis begins to feel settled in 2002. She wakes up one morning back in her present-day apartment. The bottle of vodka is still on the counter, untouched. There's no explanation for how or why the time shift happened, but Alexis is different now. She doesn't just pity her younger self, she likes her. She understands that change is a partnership between who she was and who she is now. Point 12. Moving forward, the story closes with Alexis making active choices to improve her present life, reaching out to estranged friends, updating her resume, and applying for jobs that excite her, paying down her debt with a real plan. She also keeps a photo of herself at 18, a reminder to stay connected to the boldness of Lexi while using the wisdom she's gained. Theme: self-compassion. The novel dismantles the idea of hating your past self for present failures, replacing it with empathy and understanding. Second chances are not about rewriting the past, but about using hindsight to improve the now. Identity, who we are, is a blend of who we were and who we choose to be. Nostalgia versus reality. The early 2000s are portrayed with warmth but also realism. Not everything was better back then. Tone and style. Jeneva Rose balances humor with sincerity. Pop culture references and comedic mishaps keep the time travel premise light, while heartfelt moments between Alexis and Lexi ground the story emotionally. The pacing alternates between witty banter and poignant self-discovery.